right next to me. So I need to find that, or I can play. Here it is. Found it. So grateful. Hashtag blessed. Um, yeah, so here we go. We're going to go back into Mega Man 7. As usual, I just want to quickly double check to see if everything is working as expected. So give me just a second there. Yep, Twitch is good. I gotta tell you, these free tools I found are pretty awesome. There's something called Restream.io. That's what is splitting the stream for me. It's making it so that that the stream, all I have to do is upload to there, and then from there it splits it out to go to YouTube and to, what do you call it? YouTube, and then over to Twitch. And I'm also using something called, oh god, now I don't remember exactly what the name of it is. Give me just a second. It's called OBS Studio, and that's what is capturing the video stream and puts the little logo on there, and is generally pretty cool also. So yeah, free tools can get you what you need. And if I had a webcam that I wanted to use, I think OBS would let me incorporate that also. But I don't want to buy a webcam, and so, you know, whatever. Maybe if people, you know, are super into the streams and really need to see my beautiful face, then I would do something like that. But until that point, I'm not that worried about it. So I am going to do one last thing. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the Mega Man 7 boss weaknesses. And I spelled weaknesses wrong, so shame on me. Okay, so let's get back into it. If I remember correctly, okay, cool. Oh, I don't remember where I'm at here. Does it say where I'm at? Okay, so I beat Thunderbolt, T-Bolt, which must have been, so we beat Cloudman and we beat Burstman, and now we're on to Junkman. And I don't remember if we got to Junkman's level last time or what the deal was. So now Dr. Light told us after winning the last, or beating the last boss, that sometimes the, what do you call it? It's the, God, this is just terrible. Roaches everywhere. Told us something about how the weapons can have other effects on the stages, so I kind of want to keep on the lookout here for any time that it looks like the electric sheep thing, which, let's practice it, see how it works there. The electric sheep thing, we're looking for times that the electric sheep thing might actually have some kind of cool extra benefit. Now, I am not a fan of those cockroaches. I'm going to go on record right now. Oh, this doesn't look fun either. Now, it would be great if these guys would drop some cool stuff for us. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it would be cool. I'm going to pause just for a second here. Okay, moving on. It'd be nice if they dropped anything that, but, you know, that wasn't weapon energy. I want to say Metroid. In the Metroid series, when enemies are dropping things, they don't drop anything that you don't need. So that would be nice, and hopefully I can get over there in time. Yep. So yeah, it'd be nice if they didn't drop things that you didn't currently need. I kind of like that convention of, like, once you kill the Roach Motel or Roach House, this is where the Thunderbolt comes in, I bet. Oh, I guess not. Oh, it really seemed like that would make sense for that to be right. Oh, maybe right there. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh, and then I fell down. How did I fall down? There's no... Oh, I guess the ladders aren't considered part of the stage, I guess. So there must be one that's going to pop up Does it take me up, right? Yeah, buddy. Hopefully that doesn't reset it. Okay. Hopefully this is like a good idea and not a bad idea to ride this thing up. So far it's a good idea. Now I'm sort of worried I'm gonna get squished at the top. Of course I got squished at the top. Oh, that's stage select. Okay, that's fine. Back to junk, man. Quit messing with my junk, man. That's not appropriate. I'm sorry. That wasn't family friendly. I apologize to anyone who was offended on my junk joke. But it is cool to know that that electricity will do something there. I don't know exactly how it helped us, because, like, just climbing up the ladder isn't that big of a deal, but okay. Man, these roaches, I can't even with them. Oh, I'll take that. This dude just keeps spawning, and I thought I noticed earlier that they didn't do that in this game. Like, it didn't do the thing where they'll respawn randomly just to be turds. Oh my god. Give me that bolt! Never mind! I'm just gonna go! This is terrible! I hate everything! Okay. I didn't mean to call him again. Part of me wonders, if it wasn't so... If these guys weren't low to the ground, I might consider just farming them, but they're not low to the ground. They're like pains in the butt. Alright, so I think what I'm learning just in the last second is don't jump with these guys in the air because they're shooting so many bullets, you're going to end up getting hit if you jump. Just let them float down to ya. I'm going to wait to get my Mega Buster charged before I keep moving on here because I'm sure there'll be something like that coming up. Oh, that jump was so terrible. I mean, it definitely looked like I wasn't going to make it. The movement speed is just not what I want it to be. Not what I'm wanting. Not what I'm looking for in a jump speed. Alright, we'll go ahead and zap it up. Now I could be lazy instead of using Rush Bolt, or Rush Coil, and just wait for this to lift me up. Or I could do that. So yeah, so I'm wondering what the deal is if you don't use the spark. You know, like what makes this difficult then? I guess you can't get that life up if you're not using the electricity, but ooh, I don't know what that is, but I feel like I need it. Looks cool. Alright, what is it? Does it say what it does? I don't... Was it on the other screen? Oh, it was. Rush Jet. Okay. That seems cool. Is it just like normal Rush Jet? Oh, yeah. Okay, so you can slow it down, but it moves on its own. It moves forward on its own. Oh. At least they start us here, right? After the elevator. Okay. Not too shabby. I'm glad we took the time to get that Rush Jet, because you never know when that's going to come in handy. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh. It's like you kind of have to memorize the colors to make sure that you're not wasting energy by doing the shortcuts. Oh. Shouldn't he get crunched, sadly and tragically? Okay. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. I mean, you know, moving. Okay. For some reason, I'm, like, not using the dash that much. Maybe I wasn't using it in the other games either. But if I'm going to sit here and complain about his movement speed, you know, the slide does move him faster. Alright, here's the titular junk. Okay. Oh, that's cute. I love a cute Mega Man enemy. Alright, I don't think those dudes can get hurt. Okay, let's see. I'm willing to bet, yeah, that we can turn these magnets on and then they'll help us a little bit. Can I... yeah. Okay, then I can move over to that one. Okay. This is kind of cool. And this is a point where you can go, okay, so this is you know, an upgrade from the 8-bit Mega Mans. You know, like we are getting some new stuff here. Now, how the heck... there's something down there, I bet, that I'm missing. Are these guys gonna move or what? Okay. Yeah, I really don't like those caterpillar things. Oh, he's long. Jeez Louise. Okay. Oh, whoa. I'm not that worried about getting that. I mean, I've used some of the sheep, or not sheep, the cloud energy so far, but I don't think I've used so much that I'm worried about not having enough for the boss. Famous last words, right? Just want to double check my lives. 2 lives, so I'm not going to worry about using an E-tank here. And let's see what he does. He's pretty big, that's kind of cool. Okay, so he stomps and freezes you. It's one of those things where you're just going to want to be in the air while he's doing that. He's going to make that thing and shoot it out, so we'll want to get out of the way of that. Okay. He gets a twirly shield of junk. Alright, let's see what Thunderbolt's going to do to him. Okay, here we go. Okay, it does do a pretty good amount of damage to him. To where I'm not worried about losing. Oh, and then he's just going to jump back and forth from that. Okay. That's easy enough. You know, I love a good pattern lock. You start there, locks him into his pattern, and he's good to go. Yas, kings and queens. Just started a long 3D print that I want to check in on here. So I can't really tell, it's so dark. But it doesn't look like there's actually anything on the build plate, so my guess is it's a disaster right now. In fact, I'm gonna run just real quick and check on it so I can stop it if it's messed up. Hold on. Sorry for the delay there. Yeah, 3D printing is really cool when it works. When it doesn't, it makes me so sad. Okay, back to it. Hopefully nobody joined right in that moment when I was gone saying like, hi, and I'm just like ignoring them. Okay, so here's our last one that we need. Somehow I'm not getting sound anymore. What did I do? What did I do? There we go. Accidentally decrease the sound. Okay, so we've got Slippery here. Oh, I didn't pay attention to what this dude's name is. Let me check my boss order thing here. So this is Freeze Man. Oh, very creative. This is another one of those times where I'm like, isn't this giant panda thing more intimidating than the actual, like, Robot Master himself? Man, he's taking a lot of hits. Okay. Now, I don't know how junk necessarily defeats freezingness, frost, but we're gonna roll with it because that's just the way of the world. Okay. Here we go. This music seems kind of cool. Got a nice funky beat. There we go. See if I can just hide under here. Yeah, let's just do this. Is it cheap? Yes. Is it effective? Also yes. Reminds me of people are like when people are mad at like they're playing a game and they're like, "Oh, you're just camping," you know, waiting for somebody to come by to shoot them. Like, that's smart. Like, why would you just go running around like hoping for somebody to shoot you? Like, wait in a spot and be like, "Haha, I can't wait for you to come by so I can take you out." It's like strategy. It doesn't make sense to just go running around willy-nilly. That's what I usually do in Fortnite, and I die every time. Well, that wasn't fun or cute at all. And I think this is my last guy, but I'm still going to go for the glory, because you never know when you're going to get another guy. Yeah, I gotta say the movement in this really is hampering my style. I wonder if there's... There's gotta be a sub-weapon that's... Oh, that would have been a nice jump. There has to be a sub-weapon that handles this guy quicker, because I'm tired of fighting him for so long. Let's see if T-Bolt does anything cool to him. Doesn't seem like it. Oh, he's like growling before he shoots. Let's try the D-Rap. Well, I can get rid of his projectiles, but otherwise it's not really doing much for me. Okay. And I know the Junkman is a shield weapon, so that's not going to help me here either. Okay, drop it like it's whole. I'll take that. Oh, run right into this shield, because that makes sense. I don't like those guys' redesign. I liked the other ones better that were more of like a flat shield instead of this rounded one. I gotta say. Oop. Oop. Oop, oop. Oh, and that one shot didn't kill him either. That's a pain in the butt. Okay. Ice dudes. What's he gonna do once his icicle's gone? He grows another one, of course. And that pierces right through. Okay, so I want to really be careful there. Oh, I need to be careful here so that I don't slip and fall into the pits. Yeah, I'm going to let him drop his just to make that jump a little bit easier. I mean, I could, if I was really worried about it, do a little rush jet action, but I'm not that worried about it. Blast, blast, blast. Pew, pew, pew. We will, of course, use Rush Coil to see what's going on up here. Yeah, we've got an H. That makes me wonder if we should have gotten the S in the last level. My guess is yes, so we may need to go back to there. I'm thinking that second, we saw that second way into one of the rooms. My guess is that's where the S is. Right, that's what we're missing? That's not what I want. Yeah, we missed the S, so... And I can look that up too, but... Let's go. And charge. It takes a long time for the charge to start to kick in. That bugs me about this too. I promise I'm not just going to complain about Mega Man 7 the whole time I'm playing Mega Man 7. I will say also that in Mega Man 9... they just totally get rid of the Charge Buster. It's just like Dunzo. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that is so dumb. I'm just gonna check real quick before we pop back in there. Mega Man 7S. Where is the S? It is in Junkman stage, so I'm just gonna go ahead. We're gonna go back and do that right now before I forget. And everything online now that you want that's a guide is always a video. I don't want a video. I want to be able to look at my screen see what it's supposed to be, and live my life without having to watch a video every dang time. I'm not going to worry about that bolt this time. Let me just check real quick. I'm going to look at this video. That'd be another cool thing to do, is if I could just flip to whatever video I was watching. Okay. So far... Oh, where was that? Oh, you have to use the frost weapon to do it looks like. Yeah. You gotta use the frost weapon, so... never mind, we're gonna keep going, and... oh, I didn't buy that thing that lets me leave a level, did I? Poops magoops! Alright, well... I guess we'll... keep playing through this level. Oh, you can just jump on those. Not that that really, I think, will come in handy, but... I guess we're just gonna, like, do it. I mean... It'd probably take just as long to die as it will to just play through it. Alright, now I know I said don't jump last time, but that time I should have jumped, and I did not. I still feel like I'm getting in less trouble by not jumping. Oh, you know what? Let's just, we'll just die off right here. That's fine. Do 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 do. Yeah, so the way to get this is you freeze like a lava waterfall to be able to get the S. There's like a secret thing that comes up. So we will go ahead and... Hey, Dan! Dan is in the chat. Welcome, Dan. We'll go ahead and do Frostman then for now, or Freeze Man, and then we'll come back when we get a chance. Once we have the Freeze weapon. We'll come back and do that. One of those things they do to make you have to come back and do the same things over again. I don't know if that makes this qualify as a Metroidvania, but, you know, I'm sure people would love to argue about it on Retronauts podcasts. For those of you who don't know, if you're watching this later, a Metroidvania is a type of game. They call it a Metroidvania because it's kind of a blend of, or the genre is kind of based on conventions of Metroid and specifically Castlevania Symphony of the Night and other Castlevania games that came out after that. Games that involve like one big map that you're in, that you get things throughout the game that lets you go to other parts of the giant world. So like, the biggest one that almost always happens is a double jump. So a double jump would be where you can jump once and then jump again in the air. And so specifically like Symphony of the Night, you'll see things that you're like, how I don't jump high enough to get to there. How is that, you know, how does that work for me to be able to get past XYZ spot? I'm going to be safe and just go ahead and use Rush Jet here. And I'm going to make sure to wait for him to actually pop into his little jet self. But yeah, but Metroidvanias, you know, another thing is you'll see things that even with the double jump are too high for you to be able to get to. And I just want to double check to make sure I still have that H, even though I died. Good. You'll see things that are out of reach of even your double jump, and that's where, you know, later in the game you get a bat form, so then the bat can fly and do whatever. Also in Symphony of the Night, you'll see these grates, and it'll say on the grate when you go up to it, there'll be a little text box that comes up that says, "Mist could pass." So eventually you get the ability to turn into mist, and then you can pass. But yeah, honestly, that type of game is one of my favorite genres, if not my favorite genre. Ooh, another new thing. What does that one do? Rush Search. I think what Rush Search does is, if there's a secret somewhere in the stage, he will find it for you. Oh, wow. That is interesting. I'm going to see if I can get rid of this creep. Yeah, perfect. And then I'm just going to use Rush Jet. I'm not taking chances. I don't want this one to go down the way Mega Man 4 did, where it just takes forever. Okay. This dude will be a little bit trickier to dodge his... Okay, cool, new attack. I ain't mad at it. And I want this E-Tank, so I'm just going to deal with it. Oh, man. Now, dealing with it could involve actually playing well, but that seems like cheating to me. So, okay, this isn't icy, so I can just go ahead and move. Oh, that is a weird jump to get up onto that ladder, so I'm going to just go ahead and rush coil it. Although, you know what, let's see if what happens when we use rush search. Anything? Oh, that's cute, his little robot nose. And I'm trying to think, did Mega Man... Are you going to do anything? Mega Man shook his head. I'm wondering if that's linked to what Rush had just did, or if that's just part of his idle animation. Let's just see if he shakes his head in his normal idle animation. He does, so I guess if Rush doesn't do anything and just yawns, there ain't nothing there. Okay. Okay. We're moving along. I like a little toboggan action. Why not? It's interesting to be like the best way to get these bombs over to try to blow Mega Man up would be... What if I just send them out on a sleigh? I'll just push him out on a sleigh and see if that can get Mega Man. Oh, this is cool. He bursts out of the thing. He looks pretty rad too. Okay, so he aces down, he's gonna make some icicles, and he's just popping all over me. Alright, that makes sense that the dust shield is gonna be better against him. Also, that shot that went along the ground froze me in place, if you didn't see. That's the mechanic there. Let's get this junk ready. I'm gonna use my junk on him. I gotta say, I'm bummed about this 3D printing project not working out right, because I had a few in a row that turned out just like perfectly, and then it started kind of being grumpy again. It really is a fiddly science. Very fiddly. At least the printer that I got. Very fiddly. Alright, our junk is still circling around, but we're getting rid of that. Alright, so I'm curious if they're gonna have us... Yeah, here's if there's gonna be a cutscene right away here. The freeze cracker fires ice bullets, doesn't it? Yes, and the bullets will split when they hit the ground. But did they shoot down? That seems weird. I don't think you actually shoot them down. You get freeze cracker. It's a nice lighter blue color for that. Okay, yeah, here's our mid-game cutscene. Welcome home, Mega Man. Dr. Light, what do you think of bass? I wonder if in the day I thought it was bass. His actions don't seem to indicate a threat. The interesting thing about that is, like, they changed the name of Rockman and Blues to Mega Man and Proto Man. So I'm wondering why they didn't change bass and treble to something that wasn't, like, sound related. Although I suppose they left Mega Man's sister, the cleaner robot, is left as role. But you must leave now, Mega Man! I didn't pay attention to what's happening. It looks like something's being blown up. Here we go. Ooh, these are, trying to remember now, is this like the Robot Master Museum or something? Uh-oh. What is this gonna be? Ooh, Gutsman! Brought back from the dead. Let's see. It is listed here. Super Arm, Slash Claw. I don't have a Slash Claw. So what is happening here? Oh, I think that's just showing that Wily is stealing robots. What is this thing? my weakness guide does not have this dude on it. Haha, you lost your head again. So this is more annoying than anything else, I have to say. Man, this Mega Buster does take just like too long to start up. Let me see if one of these is going to actually do anything cool to him. Oh, I think that did do extra damage. I'm going to go ahead and use an E-Tank just because I don't want to have to do this again. Let's try the freeze and see if that does anything cool to him. Now it says when it hits the ground, it shatters. Well, that's cool. I can just point it down and, like, then I don't have to worry about charging my Mega Buster to hit this thing. I gotta be patient before I take some of these shots. Let's see if the D-Rap does anything. Oh, wow. There we go. Got him! Not too shabby. Alright. I don't think we get any kind of special weapon here. It's a disaster! Violent robots are rampaging through the middle of the city. Let's get going! Alright, we are going to double back to Junkman real quick. I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Go back to Junkman real quick so that we can get that S. I don't remember, again, I don't remember what it is that you get from that. Like, it's obviously some kind of thing with Rush. I wonder if it's another suit like it was in Mega Man 6. It would make sense because I feel like the suits were pretty popular. So not having them in this game seems a little crazy, but... Remember when I was like, don't jump? Look at me. Look at me jumping. Doing so good. Oh, spoiled it. Okay, moving on. Now I think this is about where I need to be ready to use the, Yeah, see? We can freeze... Oh, and it froze like the whole thing here. Now, this was the one I saw in a video. Yeah, here we go. Oh. Is that one gonna crumble too? Yes. So we have all 4 letters of Rush. So let's see what that does for us. Oh, S-Adapt. Oh, yeah, buddy. And we have... Oh, what? We have a fist that flies out and comes back. And we get a different type of jetpack. This doesn't let us float freely. It just does a standard sort of up in the air shot. Here's what's funny. I was just talking about double jumps. This essentially gives me a double jump. Take that Mega Man head. We still didn't buy that item that lets us just leave lessons early, which we should have. Should have just gotten that. I like this, I gotta tell ya. It's almost like a combination of the 2 suits from the other game. You still can't slide. That's okay. Alright. I have a feeling this is pretty much what I'm going to be using for most of everything now. It does stink that it doesn't have the range of your normalness, but what are you going to do? I'll have to switch out of that to do this dash. Now, I wonder if they're going to make me... Oh, I gotta actually hit the button. Wonder if they're going to actually make me fight the boss again? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Yeah, I do like this. I like this suit. Ooh, and I actually got to kill that thing. I feel like last time we weren't actually able to do damage to it. You know, now that I have that suit, I am just gonna... I shouldn't have picked up that extra life, because really I just want to be out of this level. Now I think it costs 200 for the item that lets you exit levels, so that kind of stinks, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so moving on to the next thing here. I see along the side there they have the portraits of the 4 that we haven't been to yet. So we've got Springman. Let me look and see. It's Springman, Slashman, Shademan, and Turboman. It looks like our first stop is going to be Shademan, or Slashman. And we're going to use that cracker on him. Freeze cracker. Ooh, we've got a nice, like, animal park here. Ooh, everybody loves a dinosaur. Especially me. I love a dinosaur. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this suit on. Yeah, I'm digging that double jump. Takes a lot of the guesswork out of some of these challenges here. Yeah, and like, I don't know if I would have made that jump if I hadn't been using the double jump. Nope. But I have to remember that my shooter does not work the same way. And my fist is not hitting the Stegosaurus. So, I'm just going to go ahead and move past it. Now I should be looking now for anything that looks suspicious as far as a secret hidden thing might go. Ooh, what do we have here? Now it's got T-Rex arms, but it doesn't look like a T-Rex. And we really want to stay on it here. Here we go. Wonder if there really are secret things after you finish those first levels. Oh, this keeps going. That makes me wonder. I'm gonna see if Rush Search does anything or not. What do you think, boy? Yeah, apparently not anything in there. I'm gonna try to go ahead and jump down on this dino and see. I'm guessing if there's anything cool, it would be in this direction. Or they're just the same thing, so never mind, I guess. Now, I don't know why Sniper Joe was just like jumping up and down at that point. That doesn't make a ton of sense, but it also doesn't make a ton of sense that I just went down and jumped on his head. Oh boy! T-Rex. T-Rex bot. Oh, and it looks like we're gonna have to actually stop and fight him. Oh. You know, if you go to museums now, you'll see that there really were, back in the, you know, prehistoric days, Tyrannosaurus Rex did have a jaw that could shoot fire and had a chest that would shoot plasma bolts out at you. True story of the Paleolithic age. I don't know if Paleolithic is right. Yes, I am a teacher. No, I don't know if that's right or not. Okay, I am getting, I was going to say swarmed, which is the accurate word here for being attacked by a bunch of bugs. It seems like they only pooped out bugs when I shot the little nest there. I'll definitely take that. These guys are not posing much of a threat. Okay, I did what I wanted to do, which was to get to the boss. So we are going to go ahead and die pretty quickly here. And who did I say we need for this? We need the Frost Blast. Oh, that was quick. All right, let's get that Frost Blast ready to go. I need to start to memorize the colors. See, in later games they give a little icon underneath your energy bar so that you kind of can see what you're doing when you're flipping through them with your shoulder buttons, but not yet. You gotta pay attention to the color, I guess. Ooh, he's quick. Maybe I want to be careful about using so much of this right now. Okay, he's dropping little poop nugs. Is he gonna do that again? I think so, yeah. Watch out for the poop nugs. Okay, it is gonna take a couple more, I think, to kill him. I'm gonna go ahead and try without using an E-Tank, yeah. Hopefully I don't have to do an E-Tank on this. Now that I kind of know what the lay of the land is, or however you want to say it. I think I just need to wait to shoot him until I'm close on him, which, you know, I don't feel like you want to be super close to him ever, but we're just going to avoid... I was going to say we're going to avoid getting that stuff on us, and that'll help. Oh, jeez. Okay, now we just really need to actually pay attention and avoid the goop. Dang it. I just can't stay out of the way of that goo. The goo is too tempting. Alright, part of me thinks pop an E-Tank. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop an E-Tank. There's enough E-Tanks in the world for this to just make sense to do. Plus we can buy more with bolts, so it's not even like they're that hard to come by. Of course, then, I kill him without getting hurt. Of course. Ugh. No regrets. No regrets. Alright, so next up is Springman. That, I think Springman is cited as one of the lamest mans. Yes, but it has limited range. The claw. You're afraid of the claw. I think this is cool, though. You don't get a lot of melee weapons in Mega Man, and it is kind of cool to go through and use it, but... Okay, Springman it is. Oh my goodness, there's springs. And already there's kind of like a Sonic the Hedgehog Casino Night Zone feel going on. And I am going to go ahead and get into my cool suit. My double jump suit. Ain't nobody got time for these springs. Yeah, ain't nobody got time for all this. Just power through, why not? Ooh, double drop. There was the one from the stage and another. That's nice. I feel like I remember something just like this in Mega Man 11. There we go. With the springs and everything. I don't remember what the name of the guy... Bubble Man or something, maybe? No, Bubble Man's for Mega Man 2. I wonder if they started to just run out of names. Like, how many different ways can you say Fireman? Flame Man, Heat Man, Fireman, Toasty Warm Guy, Burst Man, Blast Man, Explosion Man. I don't know if there ever was an Explosion Man, but... Incendiary Bro. Napalm Man, technically, would be a fire type situation. Yeah, see this? This little jetpack is pretty handy. Oh, I thought the music cut out for a second. I was like, what's going on there? Let's see. Something seems suspicious about this room. Let's see if Rush Search turns up anything. Ah, see? There we go. What do you got for me, Rush Search? No, that's fine, Dan. I ain't mad at you. Ooh, Big Bolt. I wonder if that's the one, I think he says something about needing like a big bolt or a mega bolt is missing. So, anyway. Now, of course, I'm going to screw up this jump until I put my suit on. Ooh, that makes me wonder, too, if I'm supposed to go down that way. see how this jetpack and the double jump is like so dope. No, what does this... This is clearly something. How do I get in there? I wonder if one of my weapons does it. Oh, I see. I got it. This is kind of clever. And then this should pop through. Very cool little puzzle. Okay, now what? No, I bet that's the Mega Bolt that dude was looking for. Alright, let's... Oh, I didn't actually... Dummy. I didn't actually have the suit come down and jump on my chest. Okay. I definitely want that big bolt, though. This really is kind of a cool little segment there. Okay. Yay! Beep, beep, beep. You know what? That's fine. I get to keep the bolt, I think. So what do I care? Let me check and see though. It looked like that did some kind of like a power up for me too, though. Wonder what that means. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to that room just to see if it's still there or if I get to keep it. But I won't. I mean, we'll be able to see when we get there to see if we need to do anything special about it or not. Now I'm just being sloppy with these double jumps. Come on, pal. Switch it up. Yeah, we got to keep the bolt. Cool. Perfect. Moving onward. There we go. Ooh, E-tank action? I'm here for it. It's another thing I think that would have been tricky without the double jump. Ooh, that was scary. Oh, oh. I was sure I would be dead. You know what's interesting here? I wonder if we'll be able to see if there was anything at the bottom of that pit from before. Yeah, you can just take a down route here. Down route here. Yeah, man, I'm loving this jetpack. Makes it so you don't have to fart around as much with the physics of the springs. Because I've never really loved that mechanic of like hold down the button while you're on the spring and you'll go far. You'll spring up extra far. That's dumb. I wonder what Otto is going to give us when we come to him with our bolt. Let's go ahead and go to Claw. I think I might just go ahead and use an E-tank on this guy. Mostly because we're close to full health. What's he gonna do? Just punch at me? Okay, I think I can handle that. I just need to get out of the way of his punch. And then he'll spring down. So he's gonna jump once, jump twice to get to position, and then use his fist. Okay. I think we can do that. No problem. Jump once, in the air, punch, punch, and back down. Jump once, and a spot. He does use the fist really quickly after he after he gets up there, so that could be kind of tricky if I wasn't paying attention. I feel like these bosses just they feel more fair than some of the other ones do. That might mean that they're too easy, but like you look back at the Mega Man 1 bosses, and they're just like shooting at you randomly, and it's hard to actually figure out how to dodge them. Or at least for me, it's hard to figure out how to dodge them. I should go back and look at a no-hit run on Iceman or Sparkman or whatever just to see. Charge the coils to make them jump higher. Okay, so this is a charge special weapon. I think my daughters are about to get in trouble because my wife is up trying to work and they're both up there and I hear them both being loud. Alright, so we have Springman. Springman we're going to use against Shademan. The shade of it all. I'm going to yell at my daughter just for a second. I'm sure that'll help. I just yelled that they need to calm down. I'm sure that fixed everything. Oh, I forgot I needed to go to Otto to see what he does with that bolt. Oh well. We only have one life anyway. Maybe we'll do it. Think positively. Okay. So that's interesting. It was dark and now it's bright. There's the moon in the background. I wonder if this is supposed to somewhat channel like a Castlevania situation. I'm assuming that there must have been some, like, oh, this is like Ghouls and Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts or whatever. Ghosts and Goblins. I didn't really like or play either of those games, but that was definitely a thing that Capcom did where there'd be these coffins that come up from the ground and then there'd be zombies. Let's see if we can trigger that and then go. Paige Marie! Just heard Paige like go wham, like a tiny little baby thing. Not interested in anything like that. Yeah, she's definitely whining and being a turd. Okay. Those guys will teach you how to get ahead in the world. Now that is clearly an enemy stolen from Kirby. That's exactly an enemy from Kirby. Holy cow. That is exactly the Kirby enemy. That's okay. These crows are hardy. It's interesting because it's a crow that's on a stick like a scarecrow. Interesting. Do I have an extra guy here? I'm putting a lot of effort into this if I'm going to die and have to start over. I'll do an E-Tank if I get to the boss, but if I don't get to the boss, I'll just let it happen. Oh. Yeah, just gonna let it happen. Alright, let's see now what Otto has. Okay, we're running up. Ooh, that's kind of crazy looking. Do we shove the bolt in its mouth? Oh no, this must be it's like mobile, whatever. Hey. Yay, your big bolt. That's my bolt! Thanks, it fits perfectly. Fits perfectly where? Oh, on top of his head. Okay. So what do we get? What? A Japanese fan? Now I can work at full power. Look, a new item just for you! I bet he's not going to give it to me, though. I can make new items using half the normal number of bolts. Select the item you want made. The one you want made. Okay, so we've got the Hyper Rocket Buster. That must go with the, Okay, so that'd be a good thing to have. Energy Equalizer. This will charge the weapon with the lowest energy. Okay. Search Rush. We have that. It enables Rush to scan for secret passages. We have that. Transforms Rush into a jet. We have that. What is this? S-Can. What does that do? It fully charges your energy and all your weapons. Okay, so it's like a combination of an M-Tank and a W-Tank and an E-Tank. I'm going to save for the Hyper Rocket Buster, which I might never get enough bolts for because that's a lot of bolts that it needs, but I think that would be helpful. It'll be nice for it to go further across the screen. It's still kind of limited in that you can't like fire multiples of them at the same time, but I still think that that would be a worthwhile upgrade to look into. There are still two... Oh, now that I'm paying attention, this is the Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins music, too. Interesting. Kind of an interesting Easter eggy kind of thing, I guess. Do 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 do. I think this time I'm just gonna go, like, skip these guys. Oh. I want to skip them, but instead I'm just gonna run into them every time. They don't drop until you're very close, so I don't feel too shamed about getting hit by them. Because I was sure that last one wasn't going to turn into... I mean, it looked like it was going to. It made sense that it would. But I was like, well, it hasn't yet. It must not. But then of course it did. Okay, so now I got to watch out for these chandeliers. Well, not really chandeliers, but... Okay, mini boss time. Oh, hi, pumpkin. I don't like that. We almost cleared him. Okay, not too bad. It looks like this will be the last level for today. So that's not bad. Six bosses and making it to the Wily stage. I feel like that's a decent day's work. I can sleep at night feeling like I've made a real difference in this world. Or 5 bosses, I guess. Yeah. Because I think I don't know, it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, how do we think we turn these on? Do we have something that does... Well, that's kind of cool that we can do that to get a little bit of light. But there has to be some weapon that just, like, turns it on. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, not the junk shield. I have to say the junk shield looks a lot cooler than most of the other things that they do. Coil? Nope. I guess you can use bolt to see a little bit, and otherwise you're just kind of on your own. I'm just glad this isn't the boss's weapon, because that would suck to have to waste it all right now. I mean, it's not really a waste, but... Alright, we got another pumpkin here, or what's the deal? Okay. Another elevator. Oh, they're just gonna throw a bunch of zombies at me, I guess. I guess we'll just keep using this. It seems like it's pretty effective, so... Now I'm kind of thirsty for these bolts. So I'm like, let me get right up close to these dudes when I hit them. Dang, I keep losing all those good bolts. This might be a good place to farm bolts, then. Does this go up any higher? No? Okay. Yeah, I dig this shield. Oh, uh-oh. Darn, I was careless. I feel so stupid to have been defeated so easily. Maybe I should give up and leave Wily to you. Oh, snake. No, we're a team. I'm sure Dr. Elite will... How are we a team? How are we friends? This is ridiculous. He's no friend of mine. Alright, let's flip over to the spring coil. Now, I don't know how this corresponds to somebody dark. I would have thought that that the spring might be good against the car guy. Okay, so I don't know if he's supposed to be more obscured than that. Like, you're not supposed to be able to see where he is. But... Oh, vampire! Cool! Oh yeah, and it said that we can charge it. Nope, we're just gonna die, I think. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, let's try it again. I think we have a decent amount of spring coil to be able to make this work, but we'll see, I guess. Part of me wonders if he's only doing that whole routine because we're using the spring. Like, maybe using the spring isn't the best idea. Oh, we've got to use that when he dives, I bet. Oh, I get it. Like echolocation, because he's like a bat. I get it. Oh, that time I thought I was going to shoot him right as he came down on me. There we go. Like that. Is what I intended to do. Oh, boy. Almost to the Wily stuff. Not quite, but pretty close. Pretty close. The Noise Crush generates a powerful sound wave, doesn't it? Oh, Mega Man. Yes, and you can amplify the wave by absorbing the reflected wave with your body. Kind of want to see how that works. You get Noise Crush. Nothing beats Blizzard Cracker or Ice Cracker or whatever, though. Nothing beats the Cracker. Okay, I just want to test this out, and then we're going to call it for the day. Nope, that's the spring. I'm guessing the darkest is going to be... No, that's Dust Man. Or whatever man. There we go. There's the echolocation thing. Oh, shoot. No, I thought maybe it would like bounce off an enemy and come back too, but I guess not. Okay, now we gotta fight this thing, I'm guessing. That's fine. Pixley accidentally chopped down some trees in my Animal Crossing town, but that's fine. No, I just wasted all that energy. Alright, anyway, that's gonna do it for today. We'll come back tomorrow. Oh, and I just wasted all that I needed to use on Turbo Man. Oops. Well, that stinks. I think I only had 1 life left, right? We'll just suicide it. Nope, we got plenty of lives. Alright, well, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for coming by, Dan. Thanks to anybody who watches this at a later date and time. And we will be back again tomorrow to continue on with Mega Man 7. So